I got you.
All right, creatures of the night, Pod Street crew out there. Alex Doriot here, one half of the Talking Taker podcast with another mystery box here. A couple months ago, I opened a mystery box from my podcasting partner, my co-host, my wrestling buddy, Mr. Travis White, and it was this Hall of Fame chair from the Undertaker's Hall of Fame induction. Had no idea he was sending that awesome gift my way. Now I got a mystery box from our one of my brothers in podcasting, Mike Proulx from the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast. He sent me a mystery box. Have no clue what's in here. He's been saying he's going to send me a gift here for a little while now, and it just arrived in the mail a few minutes ago on the front doorstep. So I ran down here to the basement, to the prep room. I'm going to open it up. You guys are going to see it for the first time. I'm going to see it for the first time. Mike, we've been buddies through podcasting for, gosh, the Bottom Line Cast came out about 4 years ago. They just celebrated their 4-year anniversary, and I think from episode 1, we've been corresponding with each other, tweeting at each other, messaging each other, and he has sent me a lot of awesome gifts just randomly, just generously. He sent me the Ghostbusters Undertaker. He sent me the Boneyard Taker. He sent Travis and I both some T-shirts and a tumbler when we hit the end of the chronological career of the Undertaker. So he's just been a great friend and just great to interact with through podcasting. We've had a blast with him and JV on many episodes that we have crossed over with each other. So go check those out in our archives. Go check out the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast. Everything that we do for the Undertaker, they do through the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's great. So let's see what in the world he sent me. It's a pretty sizable box, as you can see here. The only clue, I don't even know if it's a clue, the only thing I feel, it feels like there's like a handle, plastic handle right here at the top of the box. But who knows, that could just be the back, what he packed it in. No clue. I don't even know what that means. So let's open it up here, and we shall see. Oh, yeah, that's it. He sent me he sent me a freaking PS4. What in the world? Mike, what are you doing? What are you thinking? That can't possibly be what's in here. Oh, no. No. Too bad. Just kidding. I don't even play video games, so that would not be a great gift. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that addition to the Talking Taker figure collection. How about that? Ultimate Edition. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Woo! Look at that beaut. With the necklace. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful big blue eagle, big eagle title, I think it's called. The hat, multiple heads. Oh, baby. I dig that. And something else in here, looks like. Oh, yep. This is it. Now, this looks like more of an old school figure. Oh, Mike! Yes, sir. Need these two for the collection. Look at this. The Dudley Boys, Team 3D. They were the Dudley Boys back then. Adrenaline 2-pack. This is from 2004, so 18 years old pack. Of course, I need the Dudley Boys for the collection, the Undertaker Opponents collection here. And, of course, the Dudley Boys definitely faced the Undertaker. Great American Bash, 2004. Oh, boy. Not a match you really want to go back and revisit, but it is certainly a match. The Concrete Crypt, Dudley Boys, handicap match against the Undertaker, trying to fight for the life, save the life of Paul Bearer, and then the Undertaker wins and murders Paul Bearer anyway. But gotta have the Dudley Boys, and this is what they were wearing. Honestly, I didn't even share this with Mike, but these are the Dudley Boys that I needed to get for the collection, because they're wearing this yellow, gray, and black gear. Not my personal favorite Dudley Boys gear. That's not what I think of them. Of course, I think of them in the blue camo. But this is what they wore when they faced the Undertaker in that horrendous handicap match. So this is the one I need. Thank you, Mike. Man, that is too cool. That is too nice, too generous of you. Mint on card. Looking beautiful here. I will definitely open these up. for a future unboxing here on the Talking Taker channel. This awesome Stone Cold Steve Austin Ultimate Edition here. Of course, I do have, you know, I got a ton of Stone Cold Jack's bone crushing figures. Man, they just pump those out forever, so I got a ton of those. But this is this is the ultimate Stone Cold figure. This is the one you got to have to represent that rivalry. So I will be opening these up soon. But for now, just wanted to open up that surprise package and see what he got there. What I got there, to me, these two things, honestly, better than a PS4. I'll take these two figures any day of the week. So thank you, Mike. Go ahead and subscribe to the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast. Follow them at Bottom Line Cast on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And be sure to follow Talking Taker, all those places too. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll unbox these in the future. Until then, take her easy. All right, I'm back here a couple days later. I had to run back to work and had some other things to do. Wasn't able to unbox those awesome gifts from Mike and JV immediately, but I got them right here on the Dudley Boys Adrenaline 2-pack and the Stone Cold Steve Austin Ultimate Edition. Gonna try and do a quick unboxing here while little baby girl is down for a nap. So I'm down here in the basement. May have to run in case she wakes up. But let's start with the Dudley Boys here. This is a Jack's Adrenaline 2-packs, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley from Mike. Thank you again so much for sending me these awesome, just random, spontaneous gifts, man. I greatly appreciate it. Dudley Boys, of course, main evented Great American Bash 2004 against The Undertaker in the infamous Concrete Crypt match. Gotta go down as probably in the bottom 5 worst all-time Undertaker pay-per-view matches. Terrible rivalries. I mean, it's not so much that the match is all that bad, although it's not great, but just the horrible ending, nonsensical ending with Undertaker burying his mentor, his father figure, Paul Bearer, in that concrete crypt. So insane. But you got to have these in the collection. Of course, they also faced Undertaker. I believe it was Invasion 2001. They are both on opposite sides of that inaugural Brawl match. And then I believe they are also in the really strange 2001 No Way Out 2001 triple threat tag team match with Undertaker and Kane versus Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys, where Taker is in his pajama outfit, as Randy Turco calls it, and Kane's in the very odd all black, no red at all on his outfit on that night. That's never really been a figure before, and he never wore again after that night. That's a weird one. I always like to take a look at the back, see who else would have been in this set. So the other 2-packs in this set, we got La Resistance, Robert Conway, and Rene Dupree. Probably in my bottom 5 all-time WWE tag teams of all time. My God, I could not stand those guys. Hated seeing them wrestle. Always a me turning the channel or fast-forwarding through their matches. And then on the opposite spectrum, love these two. Love their pairing, Steven Richards and Victoria. You know, Steven Richards, of course, the general manager of Sunday Night Heat back in the day, self-proclaimed general manager. And as someone who watched Sunday Night Heat pretty religiously, loved that gimmick. Loved him and Victoria's gimmick. They were awesome. Got some solo figures advertised on there. We got Triple H in those weird biker shorts from 2003-ish. Rob Van Dam. Who else is that? Is that Matt Morgan? Wow, rare Matt Morgan figure. Matt Hardy, and we got Jamie Noble, boy. Then the Elimination Chamber, the belts on there. Pretty cool. So, let's add the Dudley Boys to the Talking Taker Rogues Gallery, Villains, Opponents, Victims collection there. Nice packaging. Always appreciate a 2-pack, especially as a kid. Anytime you can get 2 for 1 on figures to add to your fig fed is great. Always liked the Dudley Boys. Always a big fan of theirs. Was so excited when they first came to WWE from ECW. It felt like such a big move. It felt like such a big deal. But I never had figs of theirs growing up. Didn't have their ECW figs, and was kind of out of playing with figures by the time they really got hot in WWE and started having all sorts of figures released. But these are great, man. This is not a gear that you probably remember the Dudley Boys in, the yellow and black. I think they're definitely more known for the blue and black camo or even the red. black and white, gray camo. But this is what they wore. Closest gear that they have in the match with Undertaker there in the summer of 2004. Not bad detailing there. Bubba, you know, he's got pockets there on those camo shorts. This t-shirt, gotta say, is weird. It's a soft rubber t-shirt. Could almost be removable here. And it is, man, I remember Bubba wearing like a cutoff tee, but I guess what they're going for, he did wear this like a basketball, not basketball, like a football or hockey jersey type gear here. That's kind of what they're going for. They definitely have the logo there good, but they're missing all that detailing there on the sleeves, so it is kind of a weird look on there. But pretty good face scan, and you know, overall, it's okay. You know, not the greatest Bubba Ray Dudley figure, but I'm sure it's not the worst. He's definitely got the size and the girth that Bubba Ray Dudley would have in that type of figure. Devon, on the other hand, again, size-wise, looks great. Face-wise, really good face scan. I mean, that's a pretty solid Devon Dudley there. Doesn't have his scar tissue that he's always had on there. But again, I'd say the look of this one is definitely better. Got the pants, got the shirt, cut-off sleeves, as Devon always wore. Here's what's missing with Devon, though. Look at that picture. What do you see there? The wrist tape, the finger tape. I mean, you never saw Devon without some sort of wrist tape or finger tape on. Never with just bare hands and bare wrists on there. So definitely shoddy detailing there from Jax. So for me, for somebody who's not playing with them, for someone who's just putting them on display, you know what? They're gonna go great on the shelf. It's the right look. You got to have these guys in your Taker collection. But you know, for what are these almost 17, 18-year-old figures, lacking a bit in the detailing there. But what are you gonna do? There you go. The Dudley Boys Adrenaline 2-pack. Gonna put them on the shelf here. And then this one is really cool. Figure I didn't need, but very cool to have, and I appreciate the gift from Mike Proulx of the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast of the Stone Cold Steve Austin Ultimate Edition figure. Of course, you know I got plenty of Jax Stone Cold figures. I probably had a dozen of them in my collection as a kid, so I've always had one of those in my Taker collection, and I'll still keep that, of course, but I'm going to put this bad boy on display because it is arguably the best Stone Cold figure ever made. There you go, classic. I mean, it's the standard Ultimate Edition packaging. Looks like all the other Ultimate Editions. You can check this channel for unboxing I did on the Undertaker Ultimate Edition there. Looking at the back, got his, you know, his height, his weight, hometown, stats, 6-time WWE champion. Says the shattering of glass means only one thing. The Texas Rattlesnake is coming down the aisle, and he's got a Stone Cold Stunner ready for anyone even thinking about getting in his way, even and especially if it's his boss, Mr. McMahon. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. So let's open this bad boy up. Of course, Bottom Line Cast has been great friends with us for years now, and we've discussed on here many times. Undertaker and Stone Cold are each other's #1 pay-per-view opponents of all time. They had the most matches against each other, which you might not think about with the Undertaker. You might think it'd be Kane or Mankind or Triple H, but it's Stone Cold. And you might think it'd be The Rock for Stone Cold, but it's actually the Undertaker. They faced each other many, many times in many different incarnations. So let's look at what we got here. We got 2 alternate heads to go along with the standard head. We got that gold chain. That is a very cool accessory. Mike and JV can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe Brian Pillman gave that to Stone Cold back in the day when they were the Hollywood Blondes, and that's why Stone Cold always wore it. Didn't really wear it in his ring gear very often, but still cool ad. We got a knee brace on there, 1 knee brace. He didn't start wearing the 2 knee braces till a bit later on, and this is really representing, you know, 98, 99 at the latest here. We got a t-shirt, we got a hat, we got a mic, we got alternate hands, we got a belt, we got a vest. Let's rip him out and see what he looks like, man. You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin, as awesome as he is, and as much as you gotta have him, in your collection, you wouldn't necessarily... Oh, hold on. Got the ties here on this Ultimate. You wouldn't necessarily call him like the most toyetic. You know, he is just a guy in black trunks, black boots. Oh, that hand is really in there. Oh, there we go. But come on, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, the #1 superstar of all time, #1 draw, Attitude Era, just the top guy in history. Got to be on the Mount Rushmore, so he is gonna make an awesome fig, even if he's not in a lot of gear. Look at this weird little plastic on there, kind of holding the body together. All right, so the Ultimate line, of course, you got way more articulation, probably even than you even need on there. But they're really for adult collectors, for figure photography, for posing and all that. Let's get that necklace off there because, like I said, it is a cool accessory, but you don't really need it on him in his ring gear. This is how you have him there wrestling. The knee brace, the tattoo, famous Texas tattoo there on his shin. I don't know. I would say he's almost a little skinny. He's a little slim. Of course, he was kind of slim and trim there in like 97, but I'd say he bulked out really more in 98, 99. So that would be just a minor criticism there. Great face scan on there. Let's try another one though. There he is. He's probably cutting a promo there in that face scan. Pop this head off. All right. And here he is, maybe jaw-jacking somebody after he gave him a stunner, or Vince McMahon. Oh, there we go. Nope. Man, I do have a hard time with some of these Ultimates sometimes. Man, I don't want to break him. Whoop. Heard something snap. Let's try this one. Oh boy. Oh man, I cannot get this second head on here. There we go. That's better. A little bit. Look a little funny? I don't think I have it on there, right? There we go. Okay, so there's the standard face, the Stone Cold face, if you will, on there. Let's try out some of his gear on here. And that's the great thing about Ultimates too, not just the posability of it, but the accessories. Usually, almost always coming with a lot of good accessories in there. Soft T-shirt here with something I've really never seen on a figure before. No Velcro on there. So, the bulky Velcro shirts or the rubber shirts that are on most figures, yeah, not that great. Of course, for cost reasons or production reasons, that's usually what you're getting. This is cool. That's probably the best T-shirt I've ever seen come with a figure. I mean, it's like a legit T-shirt. It fits kind of stretchy, fits on there, but there's no stupid Velcro on the back or on the front or anything like that. That's pretty cool. That's a nice little addition. I think he's got to be posed with that on there, along with, let's do the vest. Nice touch. Got a little plastic in the vest to hold it in there. Oh, this is great. I can already tell this is going to look good. Oh, yeah. So here he is in the vest. At the back, classic vest design for Stone Cold. And there it is on there. Kind of messy. But, he would wear this on occasion. He'd occasionally wear the vest over the shirt. Mostly just the vest or just the shirt. But every once in a while, he'd have that on there. There you go. There's that look. And got to give him the belt, of course, here. So maybe he's coming out pre-match for a promo here. He's got the belt around his shoulder. He wouldn't wear it on there. But, he wouldn't wear it around his waist, certainly. But he'd have it, carried it over his shoulder. Or, realistically, carrying it to the ring. Just kind of slinging it there behind him. You could have him holding it like that. That's probably the way you got to pose Stone Cold with the belt. That looks more like it. Or, you know, doing the little pose on the corner, just slinging the belt over his shoulder. There you go. Can't get it. Yeah, that's Stone Cold right there. That's Stone Cold after or before the match, posing before he's gonna go open up a can, if you know what I mean. There's the hat as well. And she certainly wore a baseball hat from time to time, so you could pose it with that. Are you really gonna pose it with that? No, not really. But you know, for figure photography or just, you know, nice little accessory, it's nice to have along with the necklace. And I won't do the hands here, but it is nice to have. You got the fist hands, so you could pose him. Yeah, you probably put those fists on like this, like he's at the top of the turnbuckles. And you got index finger hands because Mattel's not going to put out middle finger hands there. So, you know, it is what it is. But you can pretend, you can make believe that he's posed with those middle fingers there. Not bad. Again, I got a microphone as well, so that can go in. Is it gonna fit? If you really squeeze it in there, honestly, that mic's a little too big for those hands. But talking trash, asking the fans to give him a hell yeah, right there. That's Stone Cold right there. Super nice deluxe figure. And I'm going to put it right next to, well, not right next to, because Undertaker's got his own shelf, but I'm going to put it right here front and center of the Undertaker opponents shelf of the early generation Undertaker opponents to represent his epic rivalry with Stone Cold Steve Austin and to represent our friendship and our partnership with the Bottom Line cast. Thanks again to Mike for those awesome gifts. I thought for comparison, I would show you my first Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. It was not the first. Of course, he had like a almost a ringmaster figure with the black trunks and the white boots that came out first with Jax. But here's my first Stone Cold Steve Austin figure, and yeah, that's what it looks like from years of abuse and playing with him. Here's his head. There. I don't know how I hung on to this through all the years. Tried to glue it back on, put it back on, but it won't stay on there. But this is the Stone Cold I got from the Jax King of the Iron Rungs 3-pack with Bret Hart and Stone Cold and randomly Ahmed Johnson in that pack as well, and I believe the referee came in that pack as well, and the first ladder ever released by Jax. Got that for Christmas, I'm pretty sure, around 97, I guess, or 98. I guess it would have been 97, I think, but an awesome figure. Used that a ton in my fig fed. Had the one in black jeans as well, again, when his head came off. I mean, if your Jax figures didn't look like this at some point, were you ever even really playing with them? No, you weren't. But it just goes to show you how far we have come in 25 years. This head is supposed to be removable and you can put it on there. This one, not so much, but there it is anyway. Would have been cool if you could add, if they would have added maybe a soft pair of jean shorts here for Stone Cold, so you could do full promo gear with the t-shirt. They'd have to be, you know, shorts would probably come down to here because that's how Stone Cold wore his shorts. That's the only nitpick I would have. Other than that, freaking awesome, great figure, really cool addition. Thanks again to Mike. Be sure to check out the Bottom Line Wrestling podcast for their exploration of the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin over 4 years of episodes. Great episodes on there. A few of them we crossed over on. And subscribe to us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you get podcasts. And as always, take her easy.